I'm gonna see if I can turn this off.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you had that stupid static.
Yeah. I don't really want my console on. I haven't played it in like 3 weeks. So chat, you get 5 whole minutes.
5 minutes, just 5 minutes.
Maybe more. Depends on how I feel.
Possibly, we'll see.
Uh, ugh. I feel like
I'm
poo.
just gonna check everything. Hang on. Tweet's just gone out, by the way.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. And there it is.
Yes. Short but sweet. That's why we need Kieran back.
I know. Kieran,
He has a
please come
way.
back.
He has a way.
Come back. You're so good at words. I have 4 wine bottles on my table.
That's not a scathing indictment of your life as an alcoholic.
One a week. But actually, I've gone 2 weeks without any. So,
Good. Well, that's always helpful.
because it's not keto friendly.
Oh God. Oh, I was waiting for some kind of revelation of some sorts of you talking about. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't like these
So
headphones. They're squeezing my.
good thing you get. Good thing you get new ones then.
Yeah, they're squeezing the life out of my ears.
Yeah, I used to have that with my old ones as well. They were a bit annoying for that. You remember those ones I used to have that I used to record everything on,
Yes.
audio and all. It sounded good
Yep.
though, surprisingly.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh well. So we'll wait and see what goes on. News episode this week again, of course.
Yep. It needs to be though. I'm wrecked.
Not so I'm here, but there's also we also need to cover an update to
I was
last week.
gonna say, yeah.
I mean, so have you read the document at any point?
No, I forgot.
Okay, chat. Now you know. Look, this is what I deal with. So I spent an hour this morning putting together this document, and nobody
No,
fucking
I
reads
do.
it.
I do read them when I can't. Like I couldn't read them last week because I couldn't focus. My eyes
So,
were
you know,
so bad.
yeah, I know. Last week is a bit of a
Oh,
difference as well,
yeah.
but I know grabbing a stress ball was a good idea right now.
Yes, Pete, squeeze your ball on stream. As long as
Oh, shut up.
it's not blue.
Very good. I'm not acknowledging that.
I know. Oh, I'm so nauseous.
No.
You know what I think the problem is? Oh, and stream chat.
Keto?
When you please get on here and tell me if I'm too loud, because I probably am.
No.
No, I walked in here. I haven't been in my office since Friday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been super busy, believe it or not. I just walked in and it smelled like mold.
Oh, lovely.
Very concerned now that my workroom is encroaching upon my office.
Oh, that sounds great.
You know what, Pete?
Really.
And I don't mind saying this publicly on stream. I think my problem might be because my business is on hiatus.
Wow, this is the first time you figured this out.
Yep, because I'm not very bright. Hello, Nana.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you are bright, you're just dumb.
I'm dumb.
You're
the dumbest
I would
smart
say,
person, or the
yeah,
smartest
there you
dumb
go.
person.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. You're the smartest dumb person I know.
Yep. I'm an absent-minded professor, is how they refer to me.
I mean, that sounds pretty reasonable. I'll go with that too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, now I'm starting to cough. It's this. It's the mold. I think it's.
Yeah, welcome back to the Upside Down. I thought
Yeah.
we'd escape there.
No.
Clearly not.
I cannot wait to get this place fixed. I'm like on edge, but I can't get anybody here until December. So.
No, and I guess that's why you keep getting sick and keep freaking
Yeah,
all
probably is.
all manner of things that's going on. You
It's
know.
true. Nana, if you're there, will you tell us if I'm too loud? Because I probably
I
am.
no, you weren't when I checked it, but
Okay,
then I can have fresh perspective from someone who might be listening with headphones.
good point. Well made.
I do tend to make a couple here and there from time to time.
I also didn't sleep last night. So I'm
Okay,
tired.
that's why is that?
I don't know. I had one of those like anxiety filled nights.
Oh yeah, I've
I
been there a
was
few
just like,
times.
yeah, could not settle. Could not settle. And I even was like playing mobile games, trying to chill. I was rewatching House of Dragons, or House of the Dragon. I rewatched that. Rewatched
Well,
Hannibal.
I was going to say clearly, House of the Dragon, you enjoy it because
I do.
you know. Well, there you go. It's kept you entertained rather than making you sleepy.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Nana says we sound fine. Fine. Yes, Nana, please get Fallout 3.
That's
Also,
a good point. Going to Epic right now.
yes. Also, for our watchers, because we're not recording yet, Sims 4 went free to play.
Yeah, no thanks.
All the things
Not
for me.
not getting back into that
I
hellscape.
love it. And I get to make people and
I know.
have pretend scenarios that I wish would happen. I haven't changed since I was 14. Holy crap.
Oh, it is the Game of the Year edition as well. Jesus. Yes, okay. I'm plus 18. Shut up.
Are you?
No.
I'm also very hyped on caffeine. I drink a
Of course.
my giant Sports Direct mug
Yep.
with super high concentrate coffee in it.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, look, it's my keys.
Hang on. I'm just doing purchasing
Oh, yeah,
of a free game.
look for our watchers. This is how annoying I am.
So, nice.
It's a keychain. The only thing I need, and that might be a W thing. The only thing I need is if I was a vegan or vegetarian, then I'd have that on there. I'd be the most annoying person on the planet. If I'm not already.
No comment.
It's really warm in here. Has it been warm over where you are?
No, it was hacking it down earlier. It was annoying.
Yeah, it was,
Especially
yeah.
whilst I was out walking in it.
Oh my. I see people jogging all the time in rain here, and I'm like, why? Like, I get it if you're like overheated, that could kind of work. But when it's like
No, that is
heavy
quite
duty,
nice to be fair.
yeah, but I mean, when it's like heavy duty rain and they're just a running,
Yeah, no.
like, I was like, no, thank you.
Nah, not for me. No thanks. I mean, running anyway, not
Yeah.
for me.
Me no run. I would also probably slip, knowing me.
Probably.
Yeah. I would be like, no.
Well, really exaggerated no as you went down to the floor.
No.
Oh, come on, you got to put more conviction in it.
What's his face didn't.
Remember your no might get you your next job.
Oh my gosh. I don't want my current job. I miss my workroom. I miss my job. I miss being a CEO. Now I'm just coasting. I don't like it.
Clearly, retirement life is not going to be for you at any point in your life then.
And you know what's crazy? Is I have enough. I will have enough investment money. I could retire in 10 years. I don't think I'm going to.
I don't ever see you retiring ever.
No, this is literally torture for me.
Oh, I know. I can see. You're already. I can already see you twiddling your thumbs.
Oh my gosh. I have to make up stuff to do every day.
Like what?
Like,
curious about this now.
I just have to like go make myself run errands, stuff I could buy online. I just
Oh,
go
okay.
and pick it up instead.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were the sort of person that was just going to punch a hole in your wall just so you had something to patch up.
No, not this time. Oh my
Well, that's
gosh.
not a worrying thought this time.
I have decided.
Oh, God.
Stream, just settle in. I haven't talked to anybody in about 4 days, except for some pensioners on Friday. I've decided my workroom. I've already redesigned it and built a 3D model. It's gonna be pink and purple. And it's gonna be called the workroom.
Real original name there. Patent pending.
Exactly. And then I'll have a big bamboozy sign. I might get a neon sign just for myself. But yeah.
Oh, I can see that being a permanent fixture of your background in the coming months.
Oh yes, I have been imagining what I could do for neon here on stuff. Well, it's not really neon, it's an LED, but whatever.
Whatever. It's a potato.
Yes, tomato.
Yeah, you're real English you are, or British you are.
People always get me on that because I say tomato, obviously, and they're always like, "What? What are you saying?" And I'm like, "Tomato, the red things." And they're like, "Oh, do you mean tomato?" And I'm like, "Oh, frick off."
Right, I'll be back in a sec. Hang on.
Okay, I'll talk to stream chat. Stream chat. I don't have anything to say. Very tired. I didn't sleep. I'm on caffeine. So that means I'm going to talk a lot. I'm going to talk too much. And these cans are squeezing my ears. I don't like it. That's why I liked my other ones. They're open-backed. They're old. So I might just rebuy them. Yes, Dana, it do be like that sometimes. I don't have any idea what I'm doing.
It's not first.
That's true. I rarely know what I'm doing.
Is anyone in life ever?
It's true. Oh, don't get me started. I've been having philosophical conversations in my head. You don't know how many posts I have deleted before hitting post, like on various social medias, because it's like, nobody wants to hear your nonsense, Kiley. Nobody cares what our purpose in the world is.
That's not true. And you know it.
It's just nonsense. Nonsense
Bollocks.
BS.
Don't care. That's nonsense if you think it's nonsense.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, we'll have a show. 2 minutes? 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
To midnight. Not literally.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not Iron Maiden. I don't
was
even like Iron Maiden.
I was reciting one of their songs the other day, just because I liked the beginning. Oh, because it's where he talks to himself in the mirror. He goes, "Hi, me, it's me again."
Don't think I know what you're talking about there.
It's an Iron Maiden or Megadeth. Which one is the guy that turned into a pilot? Whichever.
Yeah, that's Bruce Dickinson. So
Yeah,
that's
Bruce
Iron
Dickinson.
Maiden.
Okay, so it was Iron Maiden. Yeah, I was like, "Hello, me, it's me again." That's a fun song. It's very heavy, though.
Yeah, I've got nothing wrong with the heaviness. Yeah, I just don't like Iron Maiden. I just think they're a bit pretentious.
I was going to say, okay, so here's my thing, and this is not to alienate our audience, but sometimes I will listen. I mean, metal's not really my thing, but, you know, I can appreciate any genre of music. But I was listening to Iron Maiden. Well, I wasn't. The person that lives here was. And it is the cheesiest, like, I was like, is this for real? And he was like, yeah, oh my gosh, it's amazing, I love it, blah blah. And I'm like, this is really cheesy. These lyrics are really cheesy. Like, really cheesy. Because I think that Iron Maiden is supposed to be all like, heavy and rah and I don't know, blood and guts. I guess I don't know because I don't know what to expect. The Doom soundtrack, but it was like all this existential crisis. But like, I'm 14 and this is deep. I probably just alienated like half our audience. I do apologize.
I mean, they're not exactly the heaviest band, but they are more of a prog metal band, which you would think would probably be
Yeah, I
more
was
up
gonna
my
say that's
alley,
your
but they're
thing,
not. No, I
right?
don't like it. They're not for me. I
Well,
have DT to fill that void.
yes, of course you do. I don't mind a little, but right now I'm super heavy into pop.
Howdy, Mike. Mr.
Howdy,
Mike Tendo,
howdy,
friend of the show.
friend of the show.
I mean, everyone's a friend of the show that comes into our comments, but
Yeah, but
the
Mike's.
actual living meme friend of the
I
show.
was gonna say Mike's been friend of the show since like day one. But yeah, I've been really into pop music.
Well,
It's weird.
I'd say, no, I would say they're not. They are heavy metal, but they're more thrash metal than heavy. Heavier metal, if you wanted to go into that more sort of thing, is more like Pantera.
Oh, I like some Pantera, but I'll tell you what, Metallica, that whatever album they put out in like the 90s or whatever.
Which
Hero
one would
that's
that be?
got
The Black Album, Load or Reload?
the one that has the Hero of the Day one.
That would be Reload, I think, or Load or Reload, either one of the two.
I like that song a lot. Mike
Well, you
says
must be
Lead.
one of the very few.
Really? The video is good too. Lead is also a heavy metal. Yes.
Very good.
That's some heavy metal I'm more familiar with.
The
Although
old
I do
periodic
like
table.
Ghost. I do like Ghost.
Don't think I've heard them.
You would probably like them. They are more pop metal. They're not a serious band.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't mind pop metal, to be fair, or
Yeah,
some
kinda.
degree of that. I mean, pop punk used to be cool when I was a teenager.
Yeah. Did you see Blink 182's getting back together?
Yeah, it's like 300 quid for a ticket or
Yeah.
something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, no.
Stay together for the kids, but I ain't gonna be there.
I mean, that was probably their only good song, if I'm honest.
Oh my gosh, Mike, we work out at the gym. We work out to AC/DC like almost every single time.
Oh, well, that band that Australians call Akadaka.
Yes, Akadaka.
I think that's hilarious.
They
I
are
don't
really.
know why.
It's funny. But they are fun to work out to, I'll tell you that much. And for some reason, we work out to Seven Nation Army all the time, so that's been stuck in my head all weekend. Oh my gosh.
Akadaka, no whackers.
Unless
Nice.
you're playing Final Fantasy X. Haha.
Too much Blitzball, like 1 out of 10.
Blitzball. I hate Blitzball.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I hate that game.
I've said it before on this show, but I've never found a game within a game that I like. Like, I don't like Caravan in New Vegas. I don't even like the gambling in New Vegas. I don't like Blurns Ball.
Don't let Jack hear you say that. Hear me say what? I don't even remember what I said.
Pete.
Oh, right. Oh, God. Yeah, I'll tell him a WSD next year.
Oh my goodness. But
I'm kidding. I would never do that.
Pete, did you catch that I called it Blurns Ball?
Nice. I don't understand the rules of Blurnsball.
I don't. But yeah, like.
Right. Shall we get the show on the road in a minute?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Witcher endgame thing too.
Yeah, crack on.
Oh no, I was just talking about the various games within games.
Ah, right.
I never learn them because the rules are always so weird. Yes. On with the show.
Yes. Indeed. Right.
Okay.
What was it I was going to say? There is a couple of in-game games that I do quite like. Not many, to be fair. I think one of the only ones was Squid Jump from Splatoon 1.
Of course.
No, it was a really bog standard platformer.
Oh,
It just
gosh.
was so dumb, like you couldn't really
Yes.
lose at it, and it was something to do whilst the game was loading, like filling up people, and it was on the Wii U gamepad.
Right. Yes.
So it was actually quite nice for that, I guess.
Well, my favorite is Flappy Goat, but you can probably figure out what game
Of
that's
course.
in.
Yep. I
Oh,
take it you've pre-ordered Goat Sim.
I haven't because I'm gonna play it on Game Pass. I'm
Okay.
probably gonna love it, and I'm probably gonna buy it. Let's just be honest. But I'm like trying not to get my hopes up.
No, of
Maybe,
course not, but still.
maybe.
Bueno, bueno, bueno.
Bueno,
I didn't know whether or not to say bueno, bueno, but,
bueno, bueno.
I don't know.
Um,
Right, okay, Paradise has a lot of games within a game. Nice. I'll have
well, it's
to give
called
that a look.
Arcade. Yes. Is it?
That's very good. I mean, the Capcom Arcade Collection, I guess, has that.
There's another one. Yes. And then in Shinmu, you can play the Sega
Oh, yes.
games.
Well, in some of the Yakuza games, you can play some of the Sega games as well.
Yep,
Can't
that's
remember which
true.
one it is that you've got Virtua Fighter in.
Oh
Is it
my
Zero?
gosh. Yes, I believe it
Sweet.
is.
I can't wait to get up to that point in
Oh,
Zero then.
man, I have not. Full confession before we start the show, I haven't played any actual games in about 3 weeks. I've only been mobile gaming, and I just like.
Yeah.
I really need
Yeah,
to get back at it.
Well, I played a bit of God of War, but that's probably the most I've played of anything in the last week or so.
Yeah, which is still pretty good. But
Oh, that was like an hour, if that.
yeah, yeah, we really need to start
Yeah,
gaming more.
let's crack on. Yeah, we do. It's not like
137, correct?
it's not correct. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like there was 3 messages over the week to say let's play games.
It's true. Yes. Pete did, in
I
fact.
have the receipts.
He
I have
does,
the receipts.
yes. He always. Yeah, so that's another thing I do want to say off recording or whatever. Do not ever be offended for 2 things. If you ask me to game and
Well,
I
that's
don't
one.
answer, yeah, I
Yeah,
had to be
okay,
careful because
cool.
I almost did it.
I don't care. Carry on.
And when I'm kind of in these weird funks, if you message me, and Pete can attest to it, I might not reply, but it's not a personal thing. It's just to get my brain back on track.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I've known it for a long time. You've done it for a long time.
It's
To be fair, it's not a problem.
Bueno has messaged me, and I feel so bad, but I will get back to you. Absolutely. Don't ever think I've
Yes.
forgotten you, because I have not. I have not.
Yes, please
at all.
remind me. We need to talk about something after we finish tonight about that.
Okay.
Off the pod, of course.
You would do that at the top of the hour.
Shush. No, because we pretty much went live pretty much as soon as we jumped in because we had some technical difficulties.
Yes.
Yes,
We
Kylie.
did. Okay, Pete, you want to know what actually happened? So,
Go on.
although we could save this for the show.
Yeah, go on then. Let's get some content out of this, I guess.
Yeah, so count
Sweet,
me down,
alright.
and then that'll be my
Alright.
what happened. Okay.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast, episode 137. I'm your co-host, Kiley Wilde, and I'm joined by my ever-present co-host, Pete Beckett.
Hello.
And we are in for a great show today. Really great shoe.
Very good shoot. Really big shoe.
We're in our late night time slot again. It seems to be actually doing really well. So I think we might keep this for a while.
Yeah, we'll reassess as things go ahead. It seems to be going down all right.
Yeah.
The only thing is having minimal amount of time to edit the podcast afterwards.
Well, that's true. Don't put yourself out. But I was actually going to tell a funny little tidbit, before we started, because before we hit record, before we went online, I couldn't hear Pete. Oh my gosh. We were having technical difficulties, and I was like, oh my gosh, Pete, what's going on? Pete restarted his computer. He's trying to figure out, what is this microphone? What's going on? What's wrong? We could not figure it out. I was like, oh. And then he, screen shared and showed me that the mic was registering on his end.
Yeah. Thanks, Discord, for being able to actually stream my desktop.
Yep. So we're racking our brains. What's going on? Oh my gosh. And then I look down in the corner of my computer on my taskbar, and my complete system sound was muted.
That's the first time I've heard that too, because she wouldn't tell me what was going on.
No.
Well done.
Oh, it's too embarrassed.
What an idiot.
Yep. Yep. As Pete said,
Oh,
I'm the dumbest smart person on the planet.
I'm not gonna lie, I've done it before as well.
Yeah.
It's quite easy done.
I think I haven't done it in so long, so I forgot to like look
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, that's an option that happened." But anyway, Pete, as we're getting started, how has your week been?
Yeah, all right. It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It's
been 7 days.
I was gonna say there's not really been much going on, just work and stuff. Other than that, nothing really of interest I want to talk about. If I'm honest.
Yeah, well, it's just that time of year, really. There's not much going on. We're in between holidays. You know.
Yeah.
It's just chill. The weather's changing and getting like crazy.
Yes, thunderstorms, fun.
Yep. God, this is like, we're such grown-ups now. Like,
Let's talk about the weather.
I know, the weather and how the leaves are blowing in my lawn.
Yeah, my lord.
It's like, what? Why is that a thing? What?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, you could be like Brent. Speak for yourselves. Planning a cruise. Very nice.
Very nice.
I know, I was giving context to the audio listeners, if you remember this is a podcast.
Yes. Kieran's not here to remind me. The champion
I'm now the voice of reason, which is also quite worrying after what's happened over the week.
Oh no. But yeah, Britt, if you don't mind sharing, you do not have to, but where are you going? I like to know.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I'm a little bit, I don't want to say scared of cruises, because I'm not scared of anything. I'm cautious of cruises. Because what if you ate something and you got really sick to your stomach and then you're just stuck in there?
You're just stuck on a boat. Woo! And imagine if you had seasickness as well. That would make it even worse.
Right, exactly. That's very cool.
4 nights in the Bahamas and back. Very cool. Very good. Guess that's a good way of getting you started on cruising, really. Just a short hop, I guess.
Yeah, see, that's what I would do. Like, like a weekend. You know what I really want to see? I would love to go up to, like, Antarctic. Wait. The Arctic. The one that's up. Whichever.
Okay. Nice.
And see the narwhals and the whales, you know, and go over by Alaska and all that.
That'd be awesome, to be fair.
I also want to do the Siberian train thing.
Yes, I would love to do that as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Anyway, do you want to actually get on with a show?
I guess so. So Pete's gonna have to like
do the heavy lifting
again, because I did not sleep last night. And I'm very tired, so I'm just gonna ramble the whole time.
Okay, well.
So.
And usually I got a decent night's sleep for once.
Well, that's good.
In bed by 10:30, asleep by 11. No joke.
So responsible. Oh, Pete, I'm responsible.
Well, that's like the first time in about 4 years.
No, I think that's very good. Like, I'm pure jealous. I'm jealous.
I know.
But
all right, Pete,
would you like to tell our listeners or give them the first story?
Yes, we're doing a news episode again. We've got some stuff that's happened over this week, and not gonna lie, it's quite hard to plan a show when you can't get people to jump in a call with you to talk about the show.
I've had an off week. As in
I know you have. I'm just teasing. That's all I ever do. That's
Mike,
fine.
I love that song and that video.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So news episode this week, but like I said, there's some big enough stories that have happened over the week, and an update to a story. So let's get on with it. So I'm going to tackle this one first and foremost because I have reasons.
Ooh.
God of War Ragnarok's graphic settings include a 120 frames per second mode.
Yeah, saw that.
Yeah, so did I. It's almost as if developers understand that a high frame rate is actually quite important to gamers.
To some gamers.
Sorry, I'm not taking shots at anyone, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah.
God of War Ragnarok's graphical settings have been... Sorry. Graphical settings have been revealed thanks to a new round of previews. Game offers two distinct options, each of which can be pushed further by those who have a TV that can support HDMI 2.1.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's got two thumbs and is pointing at his TV with one of
Well, it
those
was only
thumbs?
one thumb up at that time. Yeah. Uh, Admittedly, actually, as soon as I saw articles of this nature, I went and pre-ordered the game.
Of course you did. That does not surprise me at all.
Well, it does also help that I got it for 60 rather than 70.
Oh yeah. Ooh, is that for like a pre-order
Well,
bonus
Curry's
thing?
over here, I guess.
Oh.
They had I think it was like a sale that was on the other day. I posted it in the Discord anyway
Ooh.
and said, so I think it was like 15% off, so it took it from 70 to just below 60.
I like it. Very good.
Yeah, so this I was supposed to say comes from VGC as
Of
per
course.
usual. There's not just VGC articles in this, just so you know. It said in the preview, said God of War Ragnarok makes a wonderful impression from the very beginning. This, I can't even bother to read this if I'm honest. Let's go over the graphical settings because this is what matters the most.
The meat of the
So,
article.
first reported by Press Start as verified by VGC themselves. So it has a favor resolution. So that's 4K 30 FPS locked.
Right,
Look,
okay.
4K 30 is actually a very good option. I'm not gonna complain.
That's the most I can handle, so.
Bearing in mind, like someone had mentioned in the Discord earlier on in the week, it's a fair point. God of War did originally launch at 30 frames. So I got used to playing the game at 30 frames. That's fine. Playing it at the moment, replaying the original God of War. Well, not the original, the reboot God of War. Yeah, currently playing it with 60, and it is very nice.
Yeah.
I did originally play at 30, so I can attest to both being very good options. Anyway, favor performance, so 60 FPS locked, perfect. So favor resolution, high frame rate, so that's 4K with 40 FPS locked. So also another option, no complaints about that as well. And favor performance, high frame rate, targeting 120 frames.
Yeah. Which,
Nice.
Makes me nauseous thinking about it.
Oh, I know.
Can you imagine those fight scenes at 120 frames? Oh.
Yeah. Look, give it. How many weeks is it now until we launch? 1, 2. It's like just less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be finding out for myself.
Yeah, I want to know. I know
Look, I'm gonna play
you're not affected,
all of the options. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try all of them out and see what feels best for me.
I think that's great. I really like that they're doing that, and I really, really like what someone said on Twitter. I can't remember, but the accessibility options are like they should be industry standard. Which
I mean, we did mention those a while back in a news story when they did reveal them, and I don't think we're going to go over the same ground here, but they are very impressive. It seems to be something that, whilst we have criticised Sony a lot recently, it seems to be baked in on their first-party developers. Actually, the accessibility options are very well done, which is good. I'm glad.
Absolutely,
there is you don't have to have a disability to appreciate the options. I appreciate quite a lot of them actually.
Subtitles are huge.
But I really like the fact that I can now adjust the subtitles because they've got TV's got bigger, subtitles got smaller for some reason. I don't understand it.
Oh yes, just like Dead Whatchamadoodle, the zombie one in the mall.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising, when it switched over to the 360, and you put the subtitles on, and they were like.
Yep, so dumb. I hated it. Anyway, Brent asks no 4K 60 option. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. Which, like I said, it doesn't bother me too much because there's other options there for your preference. I think that it might be something that they'll add later on down the line. Could be.
They always gotta have something to work on.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we move away from this story? Like I said, I didn't bring this up for any other reason other than it was interesting.
Well, yes, but that is why we do that. Things that are interesting to us.
And it's not because something got brought up in the Discord earlier.
Yeah, I know. I'm
anyway,
glossing over that.
I know. I'm just taking casual shots just for no reason. It's playful. It was all good.
It ended up being very good natured, which I was pleased about.
Yep, it's fine. Anyway, so this coming in from VGC. So much stress. These are the shorter stories that we're going to cover. So, UK regulator asks members of the public to share their views on the Activision Blizzard Xbox deal.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why they think this is a good idea. Have they seen Twitter?
I I, I have so much to say. Some stuff I
Mm,
can't say because it deals with markets and
finance.
stuff. But yeah, finance. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I mean, the UK is quite good about getting the public's opinion on various things,
Yes, we
which I
do.
do
Like, we
like.
have lots of consultation
Mm-hmm.
periods on quite a lot of things, including planning permission for
Yes,
housing and all stuff like. I think it's good to some
I
degree,
I
but
do. Yeah. Um,
uh, shall I
but
read the story and then we'll discuss this
yeah,
properly
go
so we can
ahead.
give
Yep.
some
Yep. Yep.
context to actually why we're going to talk about this a little bit?
Yep.
Anyway, so the UK competition regulator has shared. Bloody hell! Has started inviting members of the public to share their views on Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard. In a post on the official UK government website explaining the second phase of its investigation, Competition and Markets Authority, the CMA, stated that everyone will now be able to give their opinion on whether or not the deal should go ahead. CMA recently published its issues statement. What a weird title for.
Yeah, that's odd.
Anyway, listing its theories of harm. Wow, this proposed acquisition is going to pick up a knife and murder everyone.
Yes.
Anyway, the issues it believes that are potential concerns. According to its process, once the issues statement is published, the next step is to open up the issue to the public. Okay. So, according to the CMA, the issues of harm it investigates, including the impact of the merger on other gaming platforms, including Activision Blizzard games being made Xbox exclusives, Activision games being made timed exclusives, uh, Microsoft making Activision games lower quality on other systems, such as missing features. Really?
Ugh,
Microsoft making Activision games more expensive on other systems.
this is a
What?
nonsense. This is such a nonsense. Oh my
The impact
gosh.
of the merger on multi-game subscriptions that rival game. Are there any others?
No, in my
Oh
world,
wait, GeForce Now actually might be the only one.
eventually, not now though.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's probably
Yeah.
the only one there in terms of the cloud stuff that probably might rival it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Speaking of cloud, the impact of the merger on the future of cloud gaming.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. The public can submit their views and evidence regarding the issue now, though the CMA says that it may not be able to acknowledge and respond to every submission due to the anticipated volume of submissions.
Oh my
Hmm.
gosh.
Could it potentially be some Sony fanboys that might get involved?
Well, see, that's the thing. You're asking the same country that named a boat Bodie McBoatface to give their opinion.
Makes me damn proud of my country.
But to give their opinion, and that's what it is. It's an opinion. Uh, on a merger that, to be fair, the CMA doesn't actually have the authority to do anything. It can only recommend. Now, its recommendations are very highly valued, so sometimes it's quite a predictor of whether a merger will happen or not.
Hmm.
But this is just ridiculous to me. For the exact reason you just said. Like, all the Sony ponies will come out. You know?
So what you're saying is, as an Xbox fangirl, like
Yes.
you have admitted on numerous occasions
Unashamed.
before, uh,
Unashamed.
I don't want these Sony fanboys and girls coming out and ruining Activision,
Well,
being
it's
merged
not
with
that.
Xbox to make the gaming utopia as well.
Well, okay, yes, in my heart of hearts, of course. But
I know.
if we're being honest, if you've ever, you as in general, been on Twitter and watched the console wars happen, the Sony people are a breed apart. They are fiercely
Mm,
loyal in
um,
some
wait,
crazy ways.
wait,
Mm-hmm.
wait. I take umbrage with this.
Okay.
It's not just the Sony lot.
They're different though.
No, no, they are not.
I don't know. They
No,
get like
The Xbox fan people and the Nintendo ones, they're all
the
alike.
Nintendo's.
They're exactly the same as the old
I
Apple
don't
versus
know.
Android.
Sony people are ruthless.
You might be,
And they say
yeah, but you
mean
might be
things.
saying this from a point of bias.
Well, I could be, but then you think about this. Phil Spencer, who is amazing.
The
Father
god,
Phil.
obviously,
Yes, Father Phil.
not
As we
really.
call him here.
Just a businessman.
Yes, but his response to the CMA thing was, I mentioned it last week, but it cracks me up because it's like so sweet. It's like, but Sony, you're the industry leader. You've got all the stuff behind you. You've got all these great games, and you're this and you're that. It's like so positive.
I mean, okay, right. Let's flip this on the other way then. Imagine a tweet had gone out from someone from Sony, basically saying, "But Microsoft, you've got $1 trillion. You're like the richest company in the world."
Yeah, but not in their gaming department.
They have the backing of the entire company. It's pretty much
Doesn't
It's pretty much the one sector of Microsoft that
I
still
know?
pretty much turns a
But
profit.
no, I don't think the Game Pass turns the profit. But I was
So
gonna
part of Microsoft's gaming division brings in a massive amount of profit from Microsoft.
for the Game Pass, yes. But they're willing to put Game Pass on crossplay. They've mentioned that before. What did they say?
So I know.
Something came out last week. It was about this whole thing. Oh, I remember. I don't know if this is in your notes. It probably is. Sony canceled their showcase
No.
because they were worried that their showcase would give ammo to Microsoft. Because the showcase, obviously, they're going to put their best foot forward and all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to show how great. I mean, Sony's known for their first party games. They're very well known for it. I just think they have a hard time proving that they're a loser in this. I really do. And it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh.
Look, I've come at this in a joking aspect, of course, because I'll be honest, I'm kind of bored talking about this at the moment. It's getting really, really dull to keep
really
talking about this absolute real. Like it's so boring.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it as entertaining for me as possible and you guys.
Yeah, I mean, like we said,
I'm so bored. I'm so bored of talking about this acquisition. Like, either it's going to get done or it's not. End of.
I mean, that's it. And as I said, it's going to get done. I mean, there's just very little doubt. But as I said last week, for our poor listeners and watchers, this acquisition is not going to happen for a long time.
well, as it's previously states, actually, that the CMA is planning to publish its final report in March the 1st next year. So
there you go.
Expect a while. That's like nearly 6 months time.
And then they have, I think, another 6 months to go up against it and blah blah blah. Yeah. It's just it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah, let's also remember that gamers have very short memories, and they seem to forget
do.
how long the Bethesda deal actually took to go through. Nearly 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
This is normal. It's par for the course for business.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're doing with big giant companies.
Yes, especially on this one with 2 giant companies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's move on because I'm bored.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you any other way. To another story that I feel I'm very bored of talking about, but it seems to be doing the rounds quite a lot.
The current one?
Developers claim many studios are asking Xbox to drop mandatory Series S compatibility. Exactly my point.
That hasn't even been proven yet. Did you see that?
No, I'm fully aware. There's a couple of developers that are coming out and saying there's nothing wrong with it. There's a couple saying that there is. If you can get Cyberpunk working on it at 60 FPS, then you seem to not have a problem with it, I guess.
Yeah, because
I mean, even if it did take you 2 years to get to that point.
it's true. I mean, that is true. So, okay, do you want to read a little bit about it before I go off?
Yes, so please stop stroking your Series S.
Oh, but I love it. It's my little baby.
Better machine.
Yeah, it is better, but this is my little baby. He's tiny. He's little.
Look, it'll be good for your front room at some point when you have an actual
my front
proper
room.
console.
No, my bedroom.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Upstairs.
When you have the superior next gen console and not
That's
a middle
true.
step, then you know.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. But yes, continue on so I can go off. Go off, Keen.
I mean, even VGC have to put a shot in here. This is quite funny, actually.
Right.
Microsoft's entry-level console. That's good, to be fair. No hate on the Series S. It's quite funny, to be fair, though. Entry-level console Series S is limiting the potential of next-gen games. Developer at indie studio Bossa Studios has argued. VFX artist Ian McClure. Nice, that's a good, strong Irish name. Or a Scottish name. Who knows?
If it's MC, it's Irish.
No, it's MAC.
Ah, Scottish!
Nice. Made the claim on Twitter in response to a comment from veteran games journalist Jeff Gertzman, who said he thinks the whole Series S is holding back next-gen games. Argument doesn't hold up. Okay, cool. Many of these games also come to PC and already have to cover a wide array of configs, which is a fair point.
Wide array. That's a joke for people who code.
Wide variety, actually, it said.
Oh, darn.
I might have quoted it incorrectly.
That was an unintentional, very hilarious joke, though, for people who code. Anyway.
I wouldn't have known. I don't code.
I know,
which is annoying.
You should have took the W.
No, I can't. Because there probably wasn't as many zeros or ones in it to take the W.
Anyway.
I know, terrible, I know. McClure, who worked on last year's Xbox Series S, X game, and PC game I Am Fisher Bossa, which also develops and publishes the Surgeon Simulator games, responded,
yes. That's right.
It might sound broken, but the reason you are hearing a lot of it right now is because many developers have been sitting in meetings for the past year, desperately trying to get Series S launch requirements dropped.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Studios have been through one development cycle where Series S turned out to be an albatross around the neck of production. And now that games are firmly being developed with new consoles in mind, teams do not want to repeat that process, added McClure, whose tweets were publicly available earlier today but have since been protected. Oh dear.
He doesn't speak
another one of those. Another one of those ones, unfortunately.
Which we'll get to.
So at $300 or £250, Series S is significantly cheaper, and it obviously has 1440p in mind. But yeah, we already knew that. In a series of since deleted tweets last week, which were initially sparked by the news that Gotham Knights won't have performance options on consoles run at 30 FPS. Some articles keep proving my point, but that's anyway. Rocksteady senior character technical artist Lee Devenold also claimed that trade-offs need to be made because of the Series S. I wish gamers understood what a 60 FPS means in terms of all things they lose to make the game run that fast. No. There was another issue with Gotham Knights, but I don't think you want to directly address it, but I probably will. The game looks like crap.
I'm going to be honest and say it does. And for me to say something looks like crap, that means it must look like real crap for everybody else.
I'm taking this as someone looking on the outside looking in. I had an interest, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
You remember when it was first announced? I think we did a live stream of it then, and I actually got pretty hyped about it.
Yep. And we know
a Batman story set with the Court of Owls story, which is probably one of my favourite stories there ever is. I wonder why I might have been excited about this. No, it's my interest waned on it as it went on because the game looked progressively worse than Gotham Knight.
Arkham.
Yeah, Arkham Knight. Sorry, yeah. Gotham Knights looks no better than Arkham Knight.
Oh, I actually
graphically.
think it looks graphically. I'm gonna be honest here and say it looks graphically worse. Um, Again, you have to understand, audience. I
That's
don't
what I'm
have
saying. It looks worse than Gotham Knight.
I don't
Or
have good
Gotham Knights
vision.
looks worse than Arkham Knight. Sorry.
Yeah, and I don't have good vision at all. So I don't see the nuances and all this kind of stuff that everybody else does. Uh, and I saw, and this wasn't like compressed or anything. This was,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah,
uh,
full upload as is like
yeah,
on YouTube and stuff like that. Like
yeah. I
how
mean,
it's meant to.
it's compressed a bit, but we're not talking. I mean, but so is the Arkham Knight footage, uh,
Mm.
and it graphically, strictly speaking, graphically, because the reviews have been very positive and people have enjoyed the gameplay. I'm strictly talking graphically. It
Yep.
looked worse than the old Arkham stuff.
Exactly. You know, there are people out there who are going to enjoy the game. Fair play to
Oh
them.
yeah,
I hope you get as much enjoyment out of it as you want. But I'm going to wait until a sale happens, and obviously going to be a performance patch at some point. So I'll wait until then,
I'll wait
when
till
it's 20 quid
when it
and
comes
not
out.
70.
When it comes out on Game Pass.
I might even wait for that. You never know.
Uh,
So
but
I
I
wish
hope.
gamers understood what 60 FPS means in terms of the things that it'll lose to make the game run that fast. But carry on, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna make an offhand comment, which is, fingers crossed they're working on Injustice 3. I
Mm.
hope that they've taken these lessons on board. How about that?
What you mean, WB taking
Yeah,
lessons on board?
I
No.
know. As soon as I said it,
This is the
oh,
problem. It's WB.
I know.
I know it's easy to poop on a company like WB,
Yeah,
but
but
they don't give you any reason to like
they're
change
like
their ways.
they're legit terrible.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so especially taking into account when you have that we have a current gen console that is not much better than the last gen one. I mean,
It is.
disagree. I mean,
I mean, it
I'm
wasn't a
not a
huge
developer. I
jump.
can't. No,
Right.
it's
Okay.
not
That's
a
true.
huge jump. I'm not a developer. I can't say for sure
Yeah,
the inner
that's a good
workings
point.
of it.
Yeah.
From from a consumer aspect, you look at you look at something like the Xbox One, even with the mid-gen refresh of the One X.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong, excellent console that it
Mhm.
turned out to be. But that architecture was quite difficult to develop for. It looks
Oh
like that
yes.
this is it's more simplistic to develop for. I could be wrong,
Yeah.
obviously, but I don't think having that, it, obviously, in terms of someone like myself, the specs on paper look obviously a lot better.
Right.
But if you do have to develop something in mind to have smart delivery like they do, then it will cause a little bit of extra time in development, probably.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what the issue is that they don't want to spend the extra time developing this extra version of the game.
I okay. So my thoughts on this.
Yeah, a
Uh
lot of this is all technical, by the way. I can't be
yeah.
bothered to go into the nitty
Nah.
gritty of it. This is supposed to be a shorter story. It turned out it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, my only thing is, oh wow, we have been already streaming for an hour.
Yeah, it's been half an hour on the recording. Like I said, this
That's
can't be quick.
wild. Uh, but what was I saying? Oh, my problem with this is more of I guess, a class issue. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the Series S, my beautiful little meow meow over here.
Boombox.
Yes, my beautiful boombox. He's just a little guy. Um, yeah, it's affordable. I mean, okay, so yeah, I can afford a higher end console if I can get my hands on one ever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but the average person, especially in today's, you know, economic climate or whatever, it's not easy to go out and just buy a high end console. This is a great, as they said, entry level. All right, I'll concede and say entry level. Um, 250 is about, like, it's still a lot. It's still a lot, but it's consistent with what stuff has been over the last, few generations. Um, and I think that that's not fair. I mean, I know life isn't fair, but that's really not fair to people who have put their hard-earned money into these consoles,
Hmm.
and then to not get a fair chance at games like everyone else. There just sits really wrong with me, you know.
Yeah, some of this does smell like a little bit of elitism in some
It
degree. It's
does.
sort of like, okay, because there's this budget console, like it's £250 cheaper or
Mm-hmm.
200 quid cheaper than the other
Yeah.
one. Yeah, like it's slightly less powered. I mean, I think someone raised it the other day in a video actually. Like, I think I can't remember who it was, but anyway, there is quite a huge difference between the amount of RAM that's on the Series X to the Series S. There
Right.
is quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's 6 gigs of RAM,
I think
which is
so.
in a
Yeah.
developer aspect that seems to be quite a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty
But
good chunk. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but what it seems to be is that I don't. I think this article did raise the point actually in saying that you have to develop a multiple of options for how to get your game running on PC anyway. So why is this no different?
Yeah. Exactly. There's that, and then there's if you want your game to make money, stop being a cheapskate. Open up a department that is strictly developing for the Xbox S. I don't understand. It's like everything in the last couple of years has been about let's maximize profits at the risk of quality. So
Mm,
games have been put out later and later. Uh, we've not had great. Let's be honest. We've not had great graphical games coming out. There's always this
hmm.
promise. It's gonna come out. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
CD Project Red being a good example of that. Cyberpunk, coming out like crap, and they've been constantly improving, improving, improving. If they put the money and the investment into it beforehand, they would have made way more money, and they would have had a better reputation and a better quality product.
Mm,
But for whatever reason, greed, companies they're downsizing, and this was before the economic downturn. They're downsizing, they're cutting cost, they're cutting quality, and that's the one thing you should never do. Cut the fat, as they call it, sure, but don't cut your quality. That's your product, you know.
yeah. Stop getting into that juicy bit.
Yeah. Fat's the best part. It's
I
where all the
mean,
flavor is.
let's be honest. Let's be honest. The fat is also good too.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah.
Making me
So
hungry.
I know I have a grocery delivery tomorrow, and it's got a steak in it, and I just want it like now. It's a nice ribeye.
I wanted that yesterday.
Oh my gosh, a ribeye
Anyway.
and a baked sweet potato. Anyway, I told you I'm easily distracted today.
I know.
I'm like
Right. Have we had enough of this story?
We have, because it frustrates me, and we've been talking about it
Yes,
for a long
because I want to get on to probably the biggest surprising story of this entire week.
time. Okay.
Konami still makes games.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because that's confusing.
Well, let's preface this. They're not exactly making the games.
No, because it's... Yeah, but anyway, yeah.
So if you're a fan of Silent Hill,
It's been a week for
this
you.
week, you ate good this week, probably for the
Yeah.
first time in what appears to be a long famine.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Keeping that analogy going.
Uh-huh. I hate
Um,
that phrase, by the way.
Yes. Anyway, so yeah, there was a what they called a Silent Hill transmission on Wednesday night.
Which was an interesting way to do it, but yes, that's correct.
Yes, it was also very telling that Konami doesn't know how YouTube works, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So, do you want to talk about this? Right,
Uh,
before we go into the story, because I think this is funny.
no, you go for it.
Okay, so they probably should have put this as a live stream,
Yes.
with like a countdown and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Not an actual upload.
Yeah.
Not even scheduled for a time. Well, scheduled for a time
I was gonna say
that had a
what's
count.
scheduled?
That had a countdown on it, but didn't act like a live stream. Acted like a fully created video that people could just skip through and just watch at their leisure at any time.
Yeah, it was very strange. I don't know if they did that for regional purposes.
I do
time
not
zones
know.
or something, but
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
had it. They had a press release saying about all the
Yes,
time
they
zones
did.
it was going out at. So yeah, they probably should have put this as a YouTube premiere.
yeah, like everybody was having a good laugh about it, and that does not bode well for, what was, you know what I mean? Like
No,
First
no,
thing
of
is,
course not. But I think it just proves Konami are Konami.
oh
It is
yeah,
just a very typical thing that they're completely out of touch.
110% they're out of touch.
But
Huh.
anyway, let's talk about the good that
Yes.
Konami seem to have done for some reason.
Well, okay, yeah.
Let's preface this by saying we have criticized Konami a lot on this
Oh yes,
podcast
we
over the
have.
years. I've been waiting for a time to actually be positive about Konami, if I'm honest, and this seems to be the time. Because
Mm-hmm.
Silent Hill Transmission seems to have brought some very, very interesting announcements,
Yes.
including 3 new Silent Hill games.
Yeah. Which is like,
Well, 2 Silent Hill games and 1 unknown property that
yeah,
could be a movie, could be a TV series, could be an interactive experience of some sort. Who the hell knows?
yeah,
But also a ton of merchandise too.
yeah.
So,
People were very pleased, very happy.
okay, I'm going to leave my thoughts until the end.
Okay.
I might have a revelation that someone might find
Oh.
confusing.
Okay.
Okay, so they started out by announcing the long rumored, long speculated Silent Hill 2 is being remade from the
Yeah.
ground up by Blooper Team,
Routine. That.
which seemed to cause a stir
Yes,
because
it did.
people don't seem to like Blooper Team at
They
all.
really don't. Which is
So
weird.
go on, Karen.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I was just more like surprised.
Yes, I'm surprised about that as well. From what I've been hearing, mostly on social media and through other podcasts and other videos and things like that, it's because they don't like Blooper as a storyteller.
I mean, well, and see, and I would disagree with that, because I do actually
Okay.
enjoy their properties, as
Okay. Shall we?
I've said before.
Shall
Yes, yes,
Shall
yes.
we cover the article first? This
Yeah.
comes from GameSpot.
Whoa, I haven't heard of them in a long time.
Yeah, I know. Look,
They
they're
got
the only
sold.
ones that actually had the announcement. To be honest,
Well,
like
maybe
this,
they're even better because they got sold
anyway.
like
So,
2 weeks ago.
It says after months of speculation and reports, Konami officially confirmed that Silent Hill 2 remake, during the transmission. The game, which opened the presentation with an impressive trailer, looks to be rebuilt from the ground up, while still keeping the essence of the 2001 original. Not going to go over that because we all know the story of
Oh yeah.
Silent Hill 2, even if you haven't played the game.
Yeah, it's the main story really that they keep rehashing in different versions.
Anyway, Silent Hill 2 is in development with Bloober Team and is a PS5 console exclusive for the first year. It is just one Silent Hill project currently in the works. I'm not going to talk about those because I'll get to those in a minute. There was also a bunch of collectibles being made, including, and this was probably one of the funniest things about the whole thing, the diorama of the joke ending from 2, which I think is hilarious.
I love that. I mean, would it be a spoiler? It's been like 20 years. But
that's why I left that section out.
Oh, okay.
Let's be honest, they're probably gonna have it in the remake, so let's.
Oh, they have to. If they don't,
exactly my point. I don't want to give it away if you didn't know it, so I'm not. That's why I chose to leave it out.
Okay.
I think that's fair now, considering that we're getting a remake from the ground up of this game that's probably going to tell this game exactly as is.
Yeah.
So, surprising revelation: I've never played Silent Hill 2.
What?
The goddamn game is now too expensive to even go and buy.
Oh my gosh. That was one of the first PlayStation games I ever played.
Okay. Horror games were not my thing.
See, it was just a lot of them out at that time.
There was a lot, but obviously I know the game basically inside out. I've seen it enough times. I know the references,
At this point,
Okay, so I want to cover this in an interesting aspect then. As someone who's never played the game and someone like yourself who's played it a lot, how do you think this looks as a remake?
Do you want my honest opinion?
Always. You think this looks like crap?
It looks awful. It looks awful.
How did I know?
It really looks bad. And that's, again, I like Bloober Team. I don't know. But the little bit they showed, It was very similar. The feeling, not the appearance, the feeling was very
Hmm.
similar to when Saints Row San
Oh, what, the
Andreas,
reboot?
yeah, got redone. Um,
Saints Row San Andreas, what?
yeah, that one. Wait, San
Oh,
Andreas.
that's GTA San Andreas, you fool.
What did I, oh
Not Saints Row.
I meant GT. Oh my gosh, Pete, I'm so tired. Yes, I meant GTA. But you know it was
I
redone.
texted out.
Yes, but it was redone and it looked terrible. Like all the feeling was gone, and that's really what
Look,
I'm talking about. The
that wasn't
feeling is
really a
gone.
remake, though. That's like the GTA
Well,
remasters were not exactly remakes.
no, that's true. I'll tell you who did good. Mafia, that was a wonderful from the
Oh,
ground
Mafia
up.
1 remake was supposed to be
That
really good.
yeah, I played that on stream here and I loved it. Uh, Very beautiful game. Done really well. Kept all the same old feelings and stuff. This does not have it feels clinical. Does that make sense? It feels
Yeah, like sterile.
yeah, sterile. There you go. That's really what I'm looking for. That word. Mm-mm. I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it. What do you think, Pete?
I think this looks fantastic.
Oh my gosh!
Look, like I said, I've been wanting to play Silent Hill 2 for ages, so this gives me
Right?
the perfect excuse to play it with
Well, there you
a big
go.
old behemoth machine behind me too.
Mm-hmm. Oh
I don't have to
gosh.
lose out on a year like everyone else, like you Xbox losers. Joking, of course, I'm not a
Okay, Sony
fanboy.
Pony.
No, I think this looks good. Like I can kind of understand what some people have been saying about Blooper, like going back and looking at some of the games like the Medium, it kind of has a bit of a disappointing story.
Yeah.
But I think most people are not realizing that they've got the original people make essentially like coordinating with this. So it's not Blooper making doing the story. It's the
Right.
original Team Silent
Yeah.
basically doing this,
Exactly.
and the
Exactly.
original creators. So if they make some weird decisions, it's not down to Blooper, and this kind of gives them a little bit of an out to just express themselves quite nicely with this game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
for what we saw of the game in terms of, I say gameplay, there was no gameplay. It was mostly all cinematic.
Right.
Outside of a couple of facial animations, which can obviously improve.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think the game looks decent. Like, I think the fact that they've obviously got past the PS2 had a limitation, which is why there's a lot of fog.
Yeah,
I think
but
they've implemented that really quite well, actually, on the new generation of
well,
consoles.
that's kind of my thing. Is that the limitations of that era, and specifically Silent Hill, but lots of games from that era,
Hmm.
gave them. They were very creative with what they did with it. If that makes sense. With the limitations and like bending the
Yeah.
limitations to their will and everything. It gives Silent Hill 2 such an just eeriness
Mm.
that like Resident Evil didn't have.
Yeah.
Resident Evil was more jump scares, although people probably argue so is Silent Hill. For me, Silent Hill's
No, there was a lot of jump scares in Resident Evil games.
oh yes, but there's a like trepidation when you go through Silent Hill.
Mm.
You know, type of thing because of the fog and the shadows.
Yeah.
So I don't know, the little bit I saw, things can change. I'm
It
optimistic.
can change.
Things can change.
But they didn't give a date, so things can change. But I reckon it's probably next year of some sorts.
Yeah.
Anyway. So Brent also said I've never played Silent Hill, but he likes Blooper. So
Yeah.
look, there we go.
Yeah.
Shame you'll have to wait an extra year though.
Oh gosh.
Sorry,
His
I'll stop
console
there.
superiority.
Yeah, because look, big brain moment. If you own them all, you can't lose
Oh
out.
my gosh, there you go.
There you go. Remember that meme. Anyway,
Yep.
so let's move away
Yep.
from that. So let's see what was next. So this actually closed the show out, but for some reason this link has opened before the other ones.
Oh.
Silent Hill F was revealed.
Oh yes.
The F does not stand for anything at the moment, but it's possible it could stand for 5.
mean, yes.
Anyway, this looks like a real departure from Silent Hill.
Yeah, that's what makes me hesitant to commit to it.
Mm.
You know.
Anyway, so during the transmission, Konami announced the next core game in the Silent Hill franchise, which is why I said it could be 5. Who's that said that? Oh,
Essential.
Sencho
We
also
haven't
said
seen.
or for fail. Yeah, that's possible. No, Sencho, it's been a while.
Been a
Anyway,
while.
Brent
Been a
also put
while.
then it will probably be on Game Pass Ultimate by then anyway, like all the other Blooper games. That's probably true. That is
Yeah.
very true. Who knows? Anyway, so game story is being penned by famous Japanese writer Ryu Kishi 707, the author of When They Cry visual novel. Then it might kill me. Matai Okamoto, who also worked with Nintendo from '98 to 2007, has been named as a producer on the project. This looked weird as all hell.
Right.
So the trailer shows a girl standing over what looks like to be a memorial of some kind,
Right.
which is adorned with red and pink flowers. The video then shifts to a town overrun by red vines, which slowly takes over a Japanese village and attempts to capture the girl. Thank you, GameSpot, for actually detailing this because I couldn't remember what the hell happened.
It's set in the 60s.
The final scene shows the same girl floating on a small boat, which is being taken over by mysterious plants. Who then looks at the screen, sheds a single tear before her face falls off.
Yes. But it is also set in the 60s, which
Yes.
is strange. I mean, I love that.
Okay, so Nana's just chimed in and said, wait, they got the writer of Riga. Yeah, not even saying that anyway.
Higurashi.
Yeah, thank you. To do this game. Oh god, this game is going to be wild.
I mean, well,
Yeah.
well, that's the whole thing.
Look at the
That's
trailer.
why. Well, that's why I'm like, I think this must be a different branch because Silent Hill games are usually set in America. Well, they're always set in America and
Yeah, they're usually set
fairly
in
modern.
Silent Hill.
Yeah, and fairly modern with some flashbacks to the past, but really, you know. And so this is like the 1960s Japan, which is like, I love that, but that's definitely a departure. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be crazy.
It's going to be interesting. Obviously, this is a CG rendered trailer, so no gameplay.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah.
So not taking anything from this, but conceptually,
Yeah.
I think I'm on board. Kind of. It's gross.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what you're looking for in a Silent Hill game in some
Silent
degree,
Hill.
so fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to what else was there? Silent Hill 2 film.
Right.
So, this is actually coming from the director of the original Silent Hill movie. And it's called Return to Silent Hill, and it's basically what they talked about in graphic detail, might I add.
Right.
Because this was painstakingly long for no particular reason other than to talk about a movie that had actually no footage to show and just some concept art.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to lie. At least the guy making it, and I'm sure his name's just going to come up in a minute. Yeah, because I'm going to read the article, obviously. It does prove that he at least gives a crap about Silent Hill to a degree that he wants to make this faithful. So fair enough. Okay, so a new movie entitled The Return to Silent Hill is upcoming from the creators of the original 2006 movie. The movie is an adaptation of Silent Hill 2 and is currently in production, although in production has been described as only just casting actors.
Interesting.
So during the during the transmission, Ryu Naito, assistant producer at Konami and lead of IP and cross-media development for Silent Hill, described the film as a catalyst for the new Silent Hill games. Victor Hadida, producer of the original Silent Hill films, reached out to Konami with a proposal for the new movie. This brought on the urge to revive the franchise to coincide with the creation of the new film. Christoph Gans, who directed the original movie, as well as the cult classic Brotherhood of the Wolf, is set to direct. They didn't really talk much about the actual release date or anything, but during the broadcast, Gans said Silent Hill 2 is much more about psychological horror, even if we are going to find again all the same creatures, and all the same terror sequences. Over and around the interview, storyboard panels, and concept art about the film was shown. Much of the displayed art consists of scenes from the game. I didn't notice that, obviously.
Right.
They said that there is a clear idea from Christoph to make it modern, but also very true to the video game. Christoph is really somebody that respects the work that has been done, but also has his own vision. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, I haven't seen the original Silent Hill from 2006.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's terrible.
Okay, because I've heard the same thing, and probably why I never watched it.
I mean, but can anything be as bad as Resident Evil stuff? Especially the latest
Depends
series.
on which Resident Evil we're talking about here.
I would say any. I know.
Wait,
people...
the quick answer is all of them.
Okay, good. Okay, see, I was hedging my bets there. They're all awful. The latest television show was terrible.
I didn't want to watch it. Thank you for not giving me Netflix for that.
We're gonna talk about that at some point.
I know.
But I didn't even make it past the first episode because it was so bad. But this is what's weird to me. Now, this is over several games, and yes, I'm getting very tired, so I'm rambling.
Yes, I know.
But this is what's weird to me. There are games out there, Hitman, Resident Evil, Silent Hill. They have a wealth of stories and story ideas behind them.
And Max Payne.
And Max Payne. That's, yeah. There's another one in there. I couldn't think of it, but Max Payne is another one. Even Assassin's Creed. Oh my gosh, I forgot that was a terrible.
Let's not talk about that.
But this is what I mean. The story material is just it's.
You mean the source material?
Source material. Thank you.
It's got a wealth of stories to be told.
So tired. Yeah, and then they just like fumble it. I don't know if they.
Sorry. Have you ever noticed that I'm essentially your tired translator?
Yes, you are. Thank goodness. But that's the thing is like, I don't know if they're doing a 3-4-3 thing and hiring people who hate Halo, who don't know these stories or who hate these stories. But they come out with these movies and they're terrible. They're just terrible, and I don't see how, because the wealth of story ideas they can tap into, and they just don't.
Yeah.
Like, how do
I don't get it either.
Bad Silent Hill movie. It's got a pyramid head with a big old sword. Like, how do you ruin that?
I don't know.
But then again, how do you ruin Super Mario Brothers with a dragon?
No, you ruin it with incredibly poor CGI of Goombas.
Yes. Very bad.
And have a scene where you shuffle from Goombas.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, I remember that horrible scene where they have to shuffle past them in a goddamn lift or a hallway or something stupid like that. So God, I hate that movie so much.
So dumb.
Anyway, let's move on quickly, because I don't want to talk about this too much, because this is the anomaly. I know you are. Almost like I didn't notice. Anyway, Silent Hill Townfall teaser trailer was revealed. So this is a collaboration between Konami, Annapurna, and No Code.
Oh my gosh, really?
With also Bad Robot somewhat involved as well, which is not giving me good vibes, really.
Oh, that's crazy.
Anyway,
that's a crazy.
Don't really know much about this, if I'm honest. I don't really want to go into it, but this was weird, to say the least, and probably good for Silent Hill, I guess. It's weird, but it seems like an interactive experience to some degree, but they didn't really give many details on it. So, as part of the Silent Hill transition, a new entry to the Silent Hill series was revealed. Silent Hill Townfall is a collaboration between Konami and Annapurna and No Code. While the conference featured a short teaser trailer, not much was revealed about the upcoming game. However, No Code creative director John McKellen stated the game respects the Silent Hill franchise while doing something a little bit different with the series source material. But I think that says everything we need to know.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on, because I don't really want to talk about Silent Hill much more anymore. But hey, good conference for them, I guess, or good transmission. Nice to Silent Hill fans.
Yeah.
Speaking of showcases,
Yes.
not one to be left out.
Uh-huh.
Capcom had one a day later. Any
Yes.
guesses what it was?
I don't remember.
Resident Evil.
Oh, I can't believe it happened. What is the timing on that? Woo.
I thought it was quite good timing. It almost a day later, nearly at the exact
Mm-hmm.
same time, 24 hours later. Very good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was pre-planned.
So, funnily enough, this is actually coming from PlayStation blog.
Oh.
I know, weird. Funnily enough, they actually had marketing rights to this this showcase. Yes, it had a big PlayStation thing at the very beginning, like almost like they paid to be there, so they had
Yeah.
enough. Yeah,
Interesting.
sorry, stupid thing making me reveal my birthday to get into read the article. I guess because there's trailers. Anyways,
Oh, right, yeah.
yeah. So they showed, let's say, 3 games here.
Okay.
Kind of. So they showed the Resident Evil Village Gold Edition.
Yeah.
Where they were showing some big stuff about the Shadows of Rose DLC that's coming to the game. That's coming out pretty soon, actually. Yeah. So they revealed that they've got a gameplay demo coming up of it, starting from the 20th. So yeah, it's already gone anyway. So it was the 20th to the 21st. Nope. No, it's still going. By the looks of it. But yeah, so yeah, it started on the 20th. I'm not sure how long for, but I guess it's probably just there. So you get to play 60 minutes of the game, both in first and third person mode. So the third person mode is something that they're adding to the game with this update. Kind of cool. They did detail actually that people have wanted to see what Ethan looks like.
Yes.
You're not allowed to see it because as soon as you move the camera that way, it'll move away, which I think is quite cool.
I like.
Damn you, Capcom. Anyway, so they showed off a lot of the Shadows of Rose DLC, like I said. Quite interesting by the looks of it, but obviously I haven't really got the context of it because I haven't played Village yet. But this gold edition does look like it's going to be a bit cheaper than everything than actually going to buy the game, so I might buy the gold edition.
I keep forgetting that you have not played that. I would get it. It's good. Like I said, I mean, I've mentioned this before. I like the story. It can get a little repetitious because there are like 8 mini bosses or something like that. I don't think it's 8, but it's like 6, I think. So it's very formulaic, but Resident Evil always tells a good story. Their lore is terrible and disorganized and holy crap, but
of course it is.
Their stories, like within stories, are actually quite good and fleshed out. Haha, that's a terrible joke. But there's some genuinely like I said, I don't get scared. So, but there's some parts to it that are like, ooh, very atmospheric.
That's the good thing that about Resident Evil. Always managed to do really good atmosphere, I think.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
But yeah, I also think as well with the third person update, I think I'm more inclined to want to play this because I think first person was kind of putting me off a little bit.
Oh, right, okay.
I have no issue with playing a game in first person. I just like the option.
Yeah, no, I do like the option. It's weird because it seemed like, a million years ago, that just used to be industry standard. You could just go into third person, like, with almost every game.
Yeah.
And then it just stopped being a thing. So maybe it's being a thing again.
Anyway, so, yeah, what was it? I was trying to see when this was releasing. I can't remember when this is releasing. When did it say? Who knows? Don't care. It comes out. I'm sure it comes out in a few weeks anyway. But they also spoke about the fact that they're developing a PSVR 2 version as well. But we already knew that. There's not really much to say about that. There's probably going to be more stuff next year. Anyway, a game that you thought probably didn't exist any longer, but actually still does. Resident Evil Re:Verse.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's actually coming out on October 28th.
That's wild. That is crazy.
Yeah, I know. moving on. I don't really care about this game. It doesn't look interesting to me in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But if you are interested, there is an early access cross-play event starting from I guess 3 a.m. on the 24th or so tomorrow morning, as we record. So if you're
Very
listening to this
cool.
on day of release, it's already begun.
It's
And it stops on the 26th at 7 a.m. So yeah,
very
so
cool.
a couple of days to give it a try if you want to give it a try, I guess. Yeah, not much more to say about that. But yeah, 28th, so it's coming out next week of some sorts. I think it's Friday. Anyway, let's be honest, this is the reason why we were all here.
Yeah, let's do this.
Resident Evil 4 Remake. So they've given a date, March 24th, 2023.
Right.
They have said it's available for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox
Yep.
Series, PC. Interestingly enough,
Uh-huh.
PS4 version, free upgrade to the PS5 version.
I see, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all, everything,
Ages.
nationalities, genders,
Yeah.
all of you. That is how you do a game release.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Because funnily enough, they haven't even listed the PS4 version on any site, anywhere. So you can't even buy it at the moment.
Well, at the moment. But I mean...
Quietly getting cancelled. No, just putting it out there. I'm just saying I think that version will quietly get cancelled.
Well, we'll put it out there. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, look, I will eat my words if it doesn't. Because I'll be eating good because I'll be buying the £40 version of the game rather than the £60 version.
Yes. Well, there you go. And then get
Got to make a save. Got to make a saving, you know.
Yes.
It's expensive out there, you know.
Yes.
Got to make savings when you can. Anyway.
That is.
Did you watch this?
No. No, I was busy.
Great research.
Yeah.
I did.
Because I knew you were going to watch it.
No, I wanted to see your opinion on some of the crazy insane stuff that they've now added to this game because this is ridiculous.
I'll have to go rewatch it for
well,
viewers.
let me point your eye or point. I'm going to send you this on Discord quickly.
Okay, but you know I can't open Discord.
Oh, you suck! Okay, I'll send it to you later. Anyway, I will describe said image.
Mm-hmm.
It is Leon deflecting a chainsaw with a knife.
Oh my gosh.
It is a new parry move that he has.
Oh, Leon.
I'm currently looking at an image of the new remodeled Ashley.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And she looks very cool. Very good redesign, actually, I think.
They did a preview not too long ago, and I was pleased with it. I thought it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, they've basically, what they've done, by the looks of it, they've detailed shown a couple of characters in the trailer there that obviously people know.
Mm-hmm.
Like Salazar, like Carlos. Was it Carlos?
Yeah.
No. It was the guy at the very beginning of the game. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Miguel? Might have been Miguel.
If I say anything, it's going to come out very wrong. So
Okay.
I'm going to be quiet.
Luis, that's the one. It was Luis. Thank you, Nana. Yes, some people have taken umbrage that he doesn't quite look the same. I think he looks all right.
Yeah. Look. That one I don't know because I only saw the Ashley.
Yeah.
Model.
But what they have done is they've obviously taken some original ideas from the game. They're keeping the story what looks like pretty much identical. Fine, got no issues with that. They've expanded areas.
Right.
So certain areas that you have quite tight confrontations with villagers, like the first bit when you get into the village for the first time. It's quite a wide open area, but there's some places that can get a little bit awkward to get around. Yeah, they've expanded that. They've given you some new areas to go, some new things to do, and some new enemies in there too. That's always going to be fun. They've also changed some things that were quite apparent. You remember the wolf that you may choose to save or not?
Yeah.
Oh well, that wolf's now completely dead.
Okay. Now, see, I want to talk about that.
It's just they just killed the dog.
I want to talk about that because Okay, now this was me. I told you all week I've been in this like philosophical headspace. It hasn't been great. Uh, but there's a part of me that thinks that uh,
I'm getting to that, Sencho.
the whole wolf thing, it's just really a reflection of the way society is right now. Whereas before, you had the option and you could be optimistic and you could save the wolf. Now the wolf is dead, just like the world.
That took a turn.
I told you.
Okay. Anyway, yeah,
Ah,
but yeah, there's some crazy, crazy stuff. Game honestly looks really, really nice.
right.
Really, really nice. Um, I've been quite cynical about this one on Twitter and a few other places. I thought that RE4 never needed to be remade.
Right. Yeah.
But now that I've seen what they've done with it, okay, I'm more on board. I'm definitely going to pre-order this one for sure.
Yeah. The
But
remakes would be
Centro,
great. Hmm.
oh well, I've got to, but I haven't played it yet, and I still
Yeah.
should. Centro has put. I tried to play the HD version of 4 on PC. Didn't win me over. I think Resident Evil 4 is so bad,
Okay.
which I know, which he says he knows he's in the vast minority. I'm gonna agree. You are in the vast minority.
Well,
But I will be the first to admit I tried to play it recently too. It hasn't aged as well as I hoped.
right. Didn't we talk about that?
Controls,
Yeah,
controls are quite
exactly. Uh,
tanky.
4 and 5 are not, and 5 being, in my opinion, the absolute worst. Uh,
Have you
I,
played 6?
uh, maybe I haven't. Is 6 the one in the foreign country one?
6 is the one with multiple stories, including Leon's and
Oh, no,
Chris's
no,
and
no. Yeah, yeah,
Jake's.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah, I have not played that one. Yeah, because that's kind of where I dropped out, and then I came back with 7 because I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, they actually did something that people
yeah,
wanted.
it's like we're going back to horror now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, yes, exactly. The camera is awful. Sencho says, which is 100%. Yes. The fighting is tank control nightmare, which we talked about here on the show, with jiggly enemies and its worst type of quest, which is hours of guarding an annoying kid. I hate.
Yes, let's be honest. The
I hate
whole
those. What is it called?
they were annoying.
Chaperone quests or whatever.
What,
they're
you mean the
called.
fetch quest? Or, no, not fetch quest.
Not
Sorry.
fetch quests.
Oh
When you
no,
do
what was it?
take somebody with you, whatever that is. I hate those.
Yeah, they're annoying either way.
Skyrim loves to do that. Yes, exactly.
This burned into my brain from those games.
Yes.
So annoying anyway, but I hope they change those because they were crap.
Yeah.
But there is one thing that I really hope they do not change much of, and they
What's that?
better not change it, and that is the Krauser knife fight. They better not change that.
Oh my gosh.
No, that was epic as all hell. I remember I rented that game from Blockbuster when it first came out, and me and my mate on the GameCube were just playing that, like
Oh my
trying to
gosh.
complete it as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good, so good. But yeah, it hasn't aged too well. So, yeah, Sencho also put even the level design was trashy. Either it was
Oh my
with
gosh.
small open spaces with houses or corridors. Yeah, because having tank controls, they didn't make it a very good way of getting through the game. If I'm honest, look, it was the best we had at the time, and it was great at the time. It was fantastic until they ruined it and brought it out on PS2.
Yeah. That's true.
Anyway, every time you put her in a box, you hope she never comes out. Yeah, it's true. And Nana also put, I really want to play 6 because the gameplay looks insane. The weird thing about 6 is that each campaign plays differently. So Leon's is an action... No, not Leon's.
Yeah,
Chris
that's
is
right.
an action game. Leon's is a survival horror game. And
That's
Jake's
right.
is... God knows what the hell that was.
The concept was good, I think, but the execution was terrible. From what I
No, they tried to go too Call of Duty. That was the problem.
Yeah, and that's why.
Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't. pick
Anyway,
it up.
I'm not talking much more about this because Resident Evil 4 Remake does look damn good.
Yeah.
I'll send that to you later, don't worry.
Yeah.
You need to see.
Okay.
You need to see.
But we do need to do the update to last week's story very briefly.
Yes, I wish that this article actually worked properly and...
I'm doing
I do-
a time filler.
Yeah, I know. It's just Bloomberg and their crappy articles.
Oh gosh, yay Bloomberg! I'm so tired.
No, it's not so much that, I don't want to have to pay to read something.
No, you shouldn't have to. I think that's stupid.
No. Anyway. We need to update you about the story from last week.
Yep, which...
But I do want to ask a question first.
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like we were fair and balanced?
I was gonna say, but we did it right.
I felt like we were pretty fair and balanced on that entire
the
thing.
Is, like, I 100% said last week, and I'll say it this week, and I'll say it for several weeks ahead. Voice actors need to be paid more.
They do. Absolutely.
That's it. Full stop. And that's all we said last week.
Yeah, sorry.
And then we did talk about
some investigative digging, which might give you a hint of what I'm looking at.
Okay. We did say Hideko. Oh, I hope.
Hideki Kamiya.
Thank you. I'm really bad at names.
I know.
Was a bully on Twitter. And that's what we were talking about. And he is. In our opinions, that's just opinion. And I'm still quite disappointed that it turned out this whole time he hasn't been portraying a character online. I'm still disappointed in that.
Look, from what I've heard from other podcasts, people might actually know him in person. Apparently, that is all just a persona. He's quite a nice guy.
Persona is the word
I'm sorry.
I'm looking for.
I'm sorry, but the persona is kind of a dick, and I'm going to stick with that. Like, it's kind of a boring shtick now.
Yeah.
Especially when someone has something genuine they want to talk about.
Yeah, and also just in a world that is quite negative, let's not add to it, please.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you
anyway,
have
let's
a persona
update.
Of a happy person?
Of course, I've now found what I needed to find.
Yes.
Sorry, the point is that trusted and favoured source. I say trusted and favoured source because he still got me blocked on Twitter, by the way. Mr. Jason Schreier has written an article for Bloomberg, which I cannot access until you subscribe to them, and I'm not doing that.
Nope.
Luckily enough, VGC have corroborated his article, so I've got an article from VGC for this.
Nice.
Excellent stuff. I did have to go to the podcast Twitter to actually find Jason Schreier's tweet about this because, blocked on my personal.
Yep.
Still not taking umbrage to that at all. Anyway, sources dispute the Bayonetta voice actor's claims over pay offer. Which is why I asked, do you think we were fair and balanced last week? I do. I definitely do.
I do. Although I do want to say some stuff, but yes.
Yeah, so do I, of course. I have a few choice words I might have to say.
Right.
So sources have disputed recent claims by former Bayonetta voice actor Helena Taylor, who said she was offered an insulting offer of just $4,000 to reprise her role in the third game. In a series of videos, we already know the story. Okay. I'm just catching people. I didn't realise that was the case. So up until now, up until the point the article was written, so those videos were viewed nearly 10 million times. And the actor received an outpouring of support from players as well as fellow voice actors who complained about being underpaid. The videos also led to harassment towards Platinum developers and new Bayonetta actor Jennifer Hale.
Which should have never happened.
No,
that was wrong.
Look, there were some people contacting Kamiya asking questions, and he blocked them in his usual persona way, as he usually does. But there were some genuine stuff that he sort of ignored.
Yep.
A lot of the stuff that was happening to Jennifer Hale was not very fair, and let's be honest, quite disgraceful because she's just doing her job.
Yeah.
She may not have known about this. So anyway. However, sources cited in a Bloomberg report, which is why I was trying to go directly to the source on this one.
Right.
Report have now disputed some of the claims made by the voice actor, many of which VGC can corroborate with their own sources. So this is why the VGC article's there, because, they corroborate this. According to people with knowledge in the situation, as well as documentation reviewed by both Bloomberg and VGC, Platinum intended to rehire Taylor last summer. It claimed that Platinum sought to hire Taylor for at least 5 sessions. VGC sources suggested it could have been more, as few as 4, with each paying 3,000 to 4,000 for 4 hours in the studio. This would have brought Taylor's total fee to $15,000. I mean, what's that? So 4 to 5 sessions,
That's £1,000
what's it?
an hour.
4 hours. So 4 hours each.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about 16 to 20 hours of work. Let's say.
Yeah.
15 grand for 20 hours of work.
I still have stuff to say about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just putting it into perspective. I think it's not bad. It's not a bad chunk of money.
Especially nowadays, yeah.
Yes. Bloomberg report. So total fee would have been 50,000. Bloomberg reports, as VGC could corroborate. One person with knowledge of the deal claimed to VGC this represented a significant increase on Taylor's fee for the second game. According to Bloomberg, the voice actor responded by asking for a six-figure sum as well as residuals on the game, a claim Taylor strongly denies. VGC sources echoed the residuals claim but did not mention a requested sum. In private messages exchanged with VGC, Taylor called the suggestion that she was offered more than 4,000 categorically untrue. She also labelled claims by sources that she could have earned 15,000 an absolute lie and a complete joke.
This is what I want to talk about. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It's almost like she's English.
Yeah.
Sorry, just seeing someone say a complete joke.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd like to put this in my rearview mirror and leave the whole bloody franchise behind. She told, "Yep, it's definitely English." I could tell that by the videos anyway.
Yeah.
So I think I would just let my video stand. I spoke the truth.
That's what I want to talk about.
So in Taylor's video messages, which she said were an act of her breaking non-disclosure, the actress claimed that her concern about being out of work caused her to suffer anxiety, depression. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah, this is all just, let's just say guff now.
So
all stuff recapping last week.
Yeah. So here's what I got to say before I pass out and fall asleep.
Yes.
Is that okay? First things first. The internet went crazy. They went over the top because it's the internet.
It's the internet. Everyone does, which is just a shame.
Well, anytime there's that much emotional reaction to something, I have the opposite. I go the other direction. Doesn't matter what it is. That's just my nature. And so I was already like, oh, warning antennas on because this is too much. So, having said that, okay, some stuff did come out. And then the internet did its usual thing and took all the pitchforks and torches and went on the other side. Which, again, that makes me go run exactly over to the other side. Because I don't base anything on emotional reactions. That's no, something's wrong. Here's the thing. She stated her piece. She said her piece in the video. Did I agree with it? Did I stand by it? No. I mean, yes, voice actors need to be paid more, but you know how I felt about the boycott. I said absolutely not. That was a ridiculous
we both said the same thing.
It was a ridiculous stance to take. And I 100% stand by that. But this is one woman, one person, up against a giant corporation and a very powerful person. I'm not gendering them on purpose. I'm strictly
of course.
I mean people power. And the blowback that came from this, I think, was because it's like a pendulum. You know, it was so far on one end supporting her. And then the minute one little hazy thing came in, everybody went over here.
Yep.
And it's like, guys, chill out. You can't do that. You can't. No, it's not extremes. It's nuance.
Yeah, I know.
She has gone silent, which I kind of get. Nothing that they have put out, Bayonetta's team, I forget what they're called, have put
Platinum
out.
Games.
Yeah, Platinum Games. Has been verified. None of it. There are no receipts. There's no paper saying this is what she said.
Ray, according to the Bloomberg article and VGC, there is
Mhm.
actual papers.
But they have not produced them. Is
They
my
have
thing.
actually, according
Good.
to the like in the Bloomberg article, which is why I wanted to read it. They have like Jason Schreier has seen some
Yeah,
documents
but that's
apparently.
him having seen, and that makes me. I'm one of those.
Yeah, obviously they're like
I need to see it from.
contract negotiations. You're not going to see
Yeah.
them in the public eye. That's next to
Mm,
impossible to have.
but I'm too
That'll
maybe
come out in court.
cynical, and I hope it does go to court. Honestly, I'm a bit perhaps too cynical and jaded to just believe somebody.
Yeah,
Which is the basis of all this. Like I didn't 100% believe her, but I also don't
yeah.
100% believe this company.
No, I don't
I
100%
think
believe either
what is it?
person,
What
if
did they
I'm
say?
honest. It's
There's
the he says, she says.
three sides to every story. A
There,
person,
what?
B
There's her
person, and the
story. There's
truth.
the. Yeah, I was going to say there's
One
person A's story,
side
person B's
is
story,
right,
and then
and then
there's
the
the
truth,
truth.
which
And
I think
somewhere in the middle meets the truth.
exactly, and I think that's what this is for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, um, because I think her, you know, the clinging to the figure that she, claimed and stuff, the way she clings to it, I do think there's truth behind that. Maybe there was a miscommunication. I am the queen of miscommunications.
Mm.
It happens all the time. Um,
Miscommunication seems like a very reasonable thing to
yeah.
say.
I just think that people, and then Pete, if you want to tap into chat here in a second, I think people
Yeah, I'll
reacted
get into that.
too much and with their emotions, and then I think they reacted on the pendulum swing on the other side too much and with their emotions. And I think they need to step
Yeah.
back, just chill.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what
we
I
weren't the ones involved in this story.
no.
We were commenting on it as people, as
Yeah, well,
observers.
that's
Obviously, we
what
don't
it's
know
about. Yeah,
the ins and outs of the whole particular
exactly,
situation.
exactly.
But it sounded like a lot of people on social media, YouTubers as such, all knew the stories, all
Mm,
made it like one way. It was like, so they were all supporting Taylor, and then they weren't supporting her, or they were
yeah,
on Platinum's side after that, and it was like she lied, and it's like,
but there's
don't know
no
if she did
proof that
lie.
she lied.
There's
There's
no
no
proof.
proof.
There's not 100% proof that
Uh-uh.
she has lied. There's just
Yeah.
corroboration between a couple of sources who may have been involved in the negotiations,
Right.
who may not have been, and has just happened to see a paper that was lying around that might have said an arbitrary figure on it.
Yep.
Who the hell knows?
Yep. That's why I do hope this goes to court.
I think
No
there's only
matter
one
whose
way this.
favor it goes in.
No, there is only one way this is going to go, because, like we said last week, a non-disclosure agreement has been broken here.
Yeah. Well,
This will go to court.
thank you for reminding me of that. The fact that she broke the non-disclosure agreement, and with her very passionate speech about that, that tells me there's an element of truth. She believes what she's saying. Now,
Yeah, absolutely.
what
Whether
are
or not the
there?
figure is off base, we don't know.
Yeah, and again, whether there was a miscommunication or not, she clearly believes what she's saying.
Yeah.
And I can't
No,
disagree
of
with it.
course
You know what I
not.
mean? Like I may not
No,
agree with her stance. I definitely don't believe in boycotting the game.
no. I
I
like we
always
said.
thought that was
That's
too
why I felt
far.
we were.
Yeah.
That's why I felt like I wanted to ask the question: do you
Mhm.
think we were fair and balanced at the
Oh
beginning of
yeah.
this? Because I
Yeah.
felt like we were very fair and balanced. We just needed to give an update as things
Mhm.
evolved, and
Absolutely.
I think in this particular situation, whilst it was right to talk about it at the time, maybe we could have waited and waited until this week to find all the information, which might
To be
be,
fair though, like my first instinct is wait. I mean,
yeah.
I'm technically a journalist, I
You know me
guess.
though. I'm a
Yeah.
news hound.
Yeah, and so the reason why, well, we couldn't wait on it anyway because our audience wanted to hear it.
Yeah,
But Hideki,
Hideki.
oh, uh, went silent and shut down his Twitter, which to me
Well,
was like,
he's being rate limited, like because of
well,
the
yeah,
amount of he was doing of people
but
and
I
all that.
mean, when that happened, I was like, we're not going to get a response, so
No.
we'll go ahead
Well,
with it.
we did get a response from Platinum, I think, and it was
Eventually,
just like it
but
was a tweet that went out, which
yeah, it was
was
very generic and stuff like
yeah,
that. But I think this is a good lesson, I hope, for other journos.
Yeah.
which is chill. Just chill.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Don't jump.
Anyway, let me
You know. Yeah,
let me
go for
finish
it.
with this
Oh,
because
okay. And
this
then
was posted out by Jennifer Hale.
yes,
So this is the
yeah,
new voice actor for
yeah,
Bayonetta. With regards to Bayonetta 3, as a long-time member of the voice acting community, I support every actor's right to be paid well and have
yes.
advocated consistently for this for years.
You.
Anyone who knows me or has followed my career will know that I have great respect for my peers and that I am an advocate for all members of the community. I am under an NDA and I'm not at liberty to speak regarding this situation. My reputation speaks for itself. I sincerely ask that everyone keep in mind that this game has been created by an entire team of hard-working, dedicated people, and I hope everyone will keep an open mind about what they've created. Finally, I hope that everyone involved may resolve their differences in an amicable and respectful way. With love and respect for you all, Jennifer Hale. That is a classy statement.
I thought that was so much class. Absolutely.
Yeah, might be under
Yeah.
NDA, but still has the class to even go out and put that out there. So,
Yeah. She didn't have
anyway,
to
I'm
say
gonna go.
anything, but
No,
yeah.
she didn't at all. She's not in her rights. Well, she's in her right to have a comment
Oh
about it,
yeah,
like
yeah.
everyone does, but she doesn't have to. But I'm
Like yeah,
glad that
she
she
doesn't
did.
have to. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
she's a legend of the
Oh
business
yes.
anyway, so I'm not
Yes,
surprised that
yes.
she did. So, anyway, I'll go to the chat. So Sencho put, I love how everyone freaks out about all of this stuff, even though the games industry has been rotten to the core for over a decade now. Yes, it has.
Very much.
And then he put, it's just making voices in quotes with a smiley face.
Yeah.
Nana put, they will probably go to court and they are losing money on both sides. Well, and then put, honestly, good luck to them. As soon as Kamiya tweeted, I knew something was wrong. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sencho put, the harder the reaction to something, the bigger the resistance. Always the case. The pandemic still is the best example of this. Mob mentality is always extremes. Very
Exactly.
reasonable. Very reasonable
Yeah.
point, actually. Don't really think about that, do you?
Yeah.
And now let's just close this out. So the last comment that we'll have before we shut this show off for the week is, I will say on this one, I get the reaction on this one because we just came off Crunchyroll being insane and Mob Psycho 100 main actor being recast. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff, and then I think, and if you're there, correct me if I'm wrong. They hired a non-union actor, which is the Mob Psycho is actually really good, by the way. But Psyche
Okay.
plays better. Anyway, I got distracted. But they hired a non-union voice dub person, and then ended up paying them like $50.
Brilliant.
You know, as
Fantastic.
opposed to
Great
yeah,
work, people.
exactly. So a lot of people were gonna like boycott Crunchyroll and stuff.
Brilliant.
I couldn't. I tried.
Okay.
I tried.
Yeah, well. Well, that's it for the news this week.
Yep. And I think that's going to do it for us. I'm very tired, people. Thank you for hanging in there with us. I do want to say that I really enjoy this time slot. It was last night. I just didn't sleep very well.
Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure that
yeah.
you're well prepared for next week.
Yeah, me well prepared. That's not a sentence.
I know. Look, planning meetings are now non-negotiable.
Oh, it depends.
No. I hate going into the week unprepared.
I know.
You know that I do. But anyway, I know you've been struggling. That was more for your benefit, you know that.
I know. I do know that.
I know. Anyway, enough of that crap that you don't want to hear about. Let's close the show.
Pete, where can they find you should they wish to find you out there?
Well, this week you can actually find me in numerous places.
Oh, he's hiding in your closet?
No, it might be the spooky season, but not quite.
Woo!
But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at PeteBecky1, so it's spelled BECKETT and the number 1. You can also hear me on the Never Watchers podcast. Unfortunately, there will be no new episode this week. It's next week now because we've had to move it back a week.
Yeah.
Hawkeye, gotta love it. That's fine. It's not a problem, but it's the reason why I said other places. Because I got an episode out of the of Deadbeats podcast all about Scream, which will be out on the same morning as this.
Yeah.
This one comes out on your audio feed. So
Listen.
do yourself a favor, go. Obviously, but go and listen to that as well, and give Deadbeat some support. He's been a huge, big fan of us, and been on the pod.
I wondered how you were going to finish that sentence.
He's been on the podcast a few times, and
he-
always respect his input. So,
Yeah.
and his podcast is great as well.
Mhm.
So please go and give it a listen, and other episodes because they're also good. And Kylie made an appearance too.
I did. I need to come up with a new topic.
You do,
To go
because
back.
I'm sure boobs too. The boobening will be a real success.
I want to do that. Dang it.
Okay, Kylie, where can they find you?
You can find me in the Twitterverse, which is Kylie Tagreet, KLAY THGREET. It's just ramblings. You're not going to find anything worth anything there. I'm always scared to talk about like the shows I'm watching and stuff like that because I don't want to do spoilers.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I had to skirt over that during the Scream recording with the most recent movie.
See, it gets really difficult because like I'm currently rewatching House of the Dragons. I'm never gonna say it
House
right.
of the Dragon.
Yeah. I'm rewatching that. Been watching Power Rings. Rings of Power.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I'm rewatching Hannibal for the millionth time, and I'm not kidding. I am not kidding, guys. Hannibal is amazing. First season sucks. It's got so many layers, and I just discovered some more symbology. Is that a word? Symbology? Symbolism? In this rewatch. But
oh, that was it. I missed a chance to make a joke there. I'm not going to make it now.
aw, was it about Hannibal and having your friends for dinner?
No, it was actually a lot worse than that.
Oh. I'm gonna leave that there. But I think that's gonna do it for us. Also, just randomly, if you want to follow me over on Instagram, it's just gym stuff. It's gonna be food pictures and stuff like that. But it's Kiley Yellick. And I think that's gonna do it for us. So
It is.
thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye. Look, trying to say bye after 137 episodes, you got to think of different ways, you know.
Yeah, or you could just say bye like a human.
No, never. We're gonna stay on for probably about 5 anyway. So
Yeah.
maybe most.
I do apologize that I'm very tired.
Okay, give me
But
2 seconds to readjust my settings quickly. 1 moment.
That's what she said. I don't know why she said that, but she totally said it. I'm very sleepy. I'll tell you this much. I'm going to complain about YouTube right now. Does anyone out there in our chat, do you have YouTube Premium?
I do not.
Because I just cannot bring myself to buy that. And I might not be doing ethical things.
What do you mean? Go on.
To get my hands on Call Me Kevin stuff.
What, the live streams?
Yeah, but I mean, like, not the live stream, his uploads. Like, I do watch them to give him money or whatever. I don't know how it works.
Oh,
But
super chats.
yeah, so, like, I'll play it in the background and turn the volume off so he at least gets the views and stuff. But the ad breaks, they're literally, I kid you not, the last one I watched, there was ad breaks every 8 minutes on an hour-long video.
Wow.
Every 8 minutes.
That is
I was like,
pathetic.
and then they're like 15-second long ads back to back. You can't skip them.
Unskipples.
Unskippable.
Oh.
I was like, nope, I'm done. I just can't. I mean, like I said, I do play it in the background with it muted so that he gets the clicks and the views. But
Well, I think that's your own fault then.
what do you mean?
You need to be a more active viewer.
I can't, because I can't sit through those commercials. I'm like, I am so like, oh. Anyways, that's my complaint about YouTube Premium.
You could be. I'm complaining.
I don't think I could. I just can't do it. I added another streaming service.
What did you do?
Because
If you tells me Disney Plus, I'm gonna be really angry.
No.
Good.
I only did it for the 3-month trial because I was feeling pretty guilty.
Apple TV.
No, I have Apple TV.
Is it any good, by the way?
No, I literally watched Ted Lasso and that was it. I think there was something
Is
else.
that any good?
Yeah, I like it, but I like wholesome stuff. It's very
Okay.
wholesome. It's so
Can
cute.
I be honest? Can
Yeah.
I be honest here? I
Absolutely.
really want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's going to annoy me as someone who actually likes football.
Oh, right. Ooh, see, I'm American. So all that stuff, I don't know if they're showing authentic stuff or not. That is a good question. I mean, a good point, not a question. But I mean, it is wholesome.
Also, I need to know what to name this episode.
Uh.
Yes, this is what I have to do when we're wrapping up the stream. I actually have to start editing.
I know. Revenge of
Oh my god.
the Konomi.
Oh my no. Right, chat. If you could come up with a good episode name in 2 minutes, then you get your wish.
Just call it Butt Honey, which is nothing. It's just
What the hell? Last time, I can't remember what we called it. Oh yeah, I called it a narcissist the last episode because
that was
you said
so
it.
good. I hope people got that because that was actually really good.
Yeah, it was.
Uh,
Where did that come from? Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Is that the name of the episode? Is that the name of the episode, Nella? Is that where that came from? Cruisin the. Oh, brilliant. Nice.
Yes.
And
I need
also
to go
Bonk.
to jail. I need to go directly to jail.
Please, do. Yeah, do. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use Brent's option here of Cruisin the News.
Oh my goodness, Cruisin the Newsin.
Okay, all right. I'm adding to it with Kylie's really stupid suggestion. Newsin, did you say?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Happy now? You've ruined my brain.
Oh. I think we need to wrap this up.
Sorry.
I think we need to wrap this up. I have got a terrible headache.
Why did you suddenly go all English there?
Because I have a headache, so it made me turn British.
A terrible headache.
It's a terrible headache. It always has
Yes.
a weird Irish lilt to it, though.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you live in Ireland.
It's true. It's very true.
I was going to say I better not. I did tell you about that, but I better not say on stream in case she finds out. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's very cool.
Yeah.
It'll be great for some selfies in January.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's us. I'm very tired. I'm just gonna keep saying that. I'm sorry, but I'm also sick, so I repeat myself about 5,000 times.
Oh, I know. I mean, Rachel does the same thing as well. Don't worry, I'm used to it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
All right.
chat. Thank you for joining us. It was really good.
What was it I needed to talk to you about afterwards?
I don't remember.
Neither do I.
Okay.
I'm sure it was something.
Probably.
Oh yeah, I needed to show you that Resident Evil thing.
Yeah, because I have no access to Discord while this is going. Okay.
I saved the image though. No, I did not.
We will see you guys next week.
Goodbye.